Hey everybody, listen, this is Ken from AutoSense in Millersville with a quick winter tips that you can do yourself without having to spend any money. You probably already have this stuff in your house. These are weather strips that go around your door. Now I know everybody comes out of their house in the morning when it's cold and it's been raining all night, it's freezing cold, and the door wants to stick. Well, there's two things happening here. Water is getting here in between this weather strip and the weather strip on the door, and it's sticking. So what's the cure? We use silicone here at AutoSense, and just put a light spray of silicone on there, wipe the excess off, okay, and it creates a barrier between the weather strip and the door. Now this is extremely important because this weather strip can cost a couple $100s to have replaced, sometimes more. Another thing that can happen is that when you put your window down in the morning, you ever notice you hit the unlock button, or excuse me, the window down button, and the window jerks? Well, inside here is a bunch of cables and a motor, and when that happens, it puts slack in that cable when that window slaps down, and it can spin off of the pulley. When that happens, then it gets twisted, and once it gets twisted, there's no repairing it. It has to be repaired, and it's not a cheap repair. It can be pretty expensive. So, again, we use silicone here at AutoSense. You put a light coat of spray on it, wipe your excess off. It'll keep that window from getting stuck in that run. It can be lubricated down the side. Now, if you don't have silicone like us, you can use non-stick cooking spray. I would suggest not using the kind that has flavor to it, like butter or anything like that. But you can use, if you don't have cooking spray, vegetable oil on a rag. Wipe it around here. Put a thin coat on. You don't have to make it heavy. Just put a little coating of it on. Now, care of the door and the windows, but the windshield wipers. A very, very common mistake. Look, this gentleman here left his windshield wipers down all night, okay, and naturally the snow gets around them. If this happens to you, you gotta clear this off before you turn your wipers on, because the blade is sticking to the windshield, okay? Now, down inside behind this windshield arm is attached to a pivot. That pivot is attached to a link, which is attached to a motor, okay? Now, there's only nylon bushings holding these together, and that's done on purpose, by the way, because they try to keep the sound down when the wipers are moving, because if they use metal against metal, it would squeak. So they use nylon. Every time that the wiper has to work harder, it has to push, it wears that bushing out a little bit. One day it pops off, and when is it going to pop off? It's going to pop off when you need it the most. And probably during a snowstorm or a heavy rain, it's going to pop off. And what are you going to do after you don't have blades, wipers? Okay, so take care of them. Okay, now you can do this real simple. Make sure they're off. Lift the blades up at night. Keep them off the windshield. And then in the morning, come out and scrape them real good. Get that snow away from the windshield, so that when you do turn them on to use them, because you're going to have to when the snow melts, and you don't have to worry about tearing your wiper blades up or tearing the linkage up in behind it, okay? Now, these are a couple quick tips you can do yourself. For anything else you need that you can't handle, give us a call at AutoSense. It's 410-761-1599. Thanks.